All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, reporting in with another video for today. Another Rebel Skirmish. Okay. This time with a focus on Operative Luke. Okay. Now Operative Luke being our main focus, Force Push is always on there. Operative Luke doesn't have a ranged attack, he only has a melee. But with what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black dice, phenomenal. And so just a crit. Basically, two more than a ATRT. But yeah, sorry. And a lot more expensive. But hey, whatever. So he's got charge, jump one, deflect, disengage, immune to pierce, so no piercing, and then master the force one, which is phenomenal. So force push is always going to be on there because that's going to be needed for him. Save or throw will be phenomenal, and then force reflexes is a good one. Force lift is a good one, and then there's a way. I mean, thinking about if you wanted to use Jedi Mind Trick, giving 2 suppression tokens to some enemy units, and then on top of that, whenever you do his 3 pip, not 3 pip, sorry, his 1 pip, sorry, yeah, you serve your master well. So you choose a suppressed enemy trooper unit at range 1 and then perform a move or an attack action with that unit. So that could go hand in hand, but you're mostly going to be, suppressing them anyway. So you don't really need Jedi Mind Trick. We don't need Force Barricade or Force Barrier, sorry, because he's your main guy anyway. We don't need anything else. You don't need Force Guidance. Force Reflexes definitely would be a great one. Force Lift would not be too bad, but we're going to go with Force Reflexes. Okay. And then obviously Tenacity. We want that extra attack dice always. And then basically for our commander, we're just going to go with a generic commander with Vigilance to make sure we keep those dodges, if we can, onto Luke. And then Portable Scanner, possibly. We'll see. We'll come back to that one. I'm going to go ahead and give 2 naked Rebel Troopers just to kind of fill in those slots. So there's a few ways I've been thinking about doing this. One of those ways is to add some Wookiees, just naked Wookiees. You do 2 of them. That gives 6 activations at 487. So that gives us only upgrades available. So the upgrades that I would choose are Tenacity on both of them. And then it leaves 5 points left. So we can't do Portable Scanner because that's 6 points. Okay, so we'd have to do something else if we wanted to keep it under 500 points. You could keep it there. If you wanted to, on one of the Wookiees, you could add Into the Fray. Or if you wanted to do both Wookiees with situational awareness. That way, if you do have to take a dodge, you can, make sure you're protected indefinitely. Or you can give one of them offensive push. So honestly up to you. But that's 2 naked Wookiees. That's 6 activations. The most activations I've been able to really get on Operative Luke kind of stacked out like this is 6 activations max. So say that we wanted to change out the Wookiee Warriors. Now, the Wookiee Warriors are going to have 9 hit points basically per unit, which is a lot of hit points, but you're not surging to defense. And you're just going to be having either hopefully heavy cover, which is only taking out 2 hits out of everything, or say that we took them away and we decided to give ourselves armor, climbing vehicle and expert climber. So they're still going to have basically scale. And yeah, and you have armor. So you're canceling all hit results. And then if it's impact, if you have cover, then they're small enough to hopefully gain a benefit from cover sometimes. So you can use that. And let's do 2 of them, which gives us almost 40 points to choose from. So you could do 2 AT-RT rotary blasters. That would be fun. That would be super, super fun. But if you wanted a little bit more kind of like get in close range and you wanted to save some points, you could do a flamethrower. And then maybe on the ATRT, if you wanted to do linked targeting array, because you're going to be firing quite a lot of dice to begin with, or maybe on the flamethrower one, because you definitely want it to go first to get in as fast as possible. That one would probably be a much better idea to put it on that one. If you're going to go with link targeting array, if you wanted to, you could actually take away link targeting array and then give your rebel officer a portable scanner so he can give out 2 dodges instead of 1, which is awesome. Still giving you 6 activations with a rotary blaster, flamethrower, ATRT, a decked out rebel officer and a decked out Luke Skywalker. I think that is fantastic. This is more of a list that I would take because the armor is playing it safe. Plus, it's giving you 3 red automatically in melee. It might not be as many in melee as the Wookiees. And if you can get the Wookiees in there fast enough to avoid a ton of fire, then you will be throwing a ton of dice in melee, but it will dwindle fast. At least with ATRT, you're consistently throwing 3 red dice, resurging to crit with impact 1. So that is absolutely fantastic. And then, like I said, blast and spray with 2 black dice surging to crit. You're going to be taking out a ton of droids if there are droids. And then Luke Skywalker is going to try to stop, every force threat possible. And then Rebel Officer is there to just kind of support Luke the best he can, while the flamethrowers, the ATRTs and the troopers just go ham out onto the field. Now, to me, they aren't going to matter. They need to soak up as many hits as possible and take out as many people as possible. But your Son of Skywalker is going to try to do that. Luke Skywalker is going to try to do that. We're going to take Son of Skywalker, boom, and then instead of ambush, let's go with You Serve Your Master Well, because it's giving Luke Skywalker the token, which you're probably going to want anyway when you have ambush and it's just these guys, because technically I think since it is a small field, you're probably going to have Luke Skywalker in the middle of the stuff kind of quick. So having You Serve Your Master Well is going to be great to have another action. So for another attack action, because with Son of Skywalker, you get 2 attack actions. With You Serve Your Master Well, Luke doesn't get 2 attack actions, but you have another 2 attack actions in that one unit to attack another person if possible, as a free action, and using someone else's team to do it. So if they've got the Magna Guards, you can use those Magna Guards to move and charge into the other Dooku or Maul or whoever, and then attack. That would be super fantastic, much better than ambush. So we're going to go with that one. My ally is the Force is the other one that we would go with, to make sure we just give order stuff to troopers. Full of Surprises is not that great. You could give the Turning the Tide to this, but you already have a rebel officer with Inspire, so you don't necessarily need that unless you're counting on a really heavily suppressed enemy or suppressing enemy. So push, I would go with, and then Return of the Jedi, definitely I would go with, and then I Am a Jedi, because that can, if you use that on like the second turn, third turn, when you almost are about to get into melee with someone, say you're at range 1, you end around range 1 of someone. Maybe you've finished moving. Maybe you've gone with like one of Luke's earlier ones, and then you wound up finishing him last, getting him kind of close to the enemy, but still kind of close to some line of sight blocking or some sort of cover. And then use this card. He won't be able to go first, but the main people who are about to come attack him can't attack at all, leaving them completely vulnerable to just dodge and waste a turn. That you can get Luke back out of there since he can't attack, get the other people in, and then shoot the crap out of the other guys. I mean, that's just a possibility if you can set it up properly, but you'd have to kind of time it right. It is a good one. I mean, if you don't want that one, then go with assault because you don't have 3 core units to use covering fire. So I would just go with I'm a Jedi because it's also just giving Luke another order, which he's always thirsty for. So yeah, that is the Luke Skywalker list I would go with the ATRTs and or the naked Wookiees for your melee threats or close range threats. Luke's going to be a huge one, and yeah, there's not really anything else that I would add to this. This to me is kind of like a list I would bring if I had to use Luke Skywalker, because this whole list was request, and I want to make sure that if I ever have a request, I want to make sure I stick strictly to the people that they want in there, or at least around. So Operative Luke and the generic rebel officer were requested, and I think that this is out of what was requested, kind of the list that I would run if I had to choose it, or if I had those constraints. So, all right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and comment below and subscribe. Help this channel grow a little bit, and we can hopefully help the Star Wars Legion community get super strategic. And I love watching other videos from like Team Relentless and the Fifth Trooper podcast stuff. And yeah, watching battle reports, also great. So it's such a good community. So making it grow and helping each other out, I think, is very important. So if you did like this, subscribe. And if you ever decide to use one of these lists for a battle report, just let me know how it went. Take some photos and or record it and send it to me, and I'll watch it. Trust me. I watch as many battle reports as possible. I'm always searching for battle reports. I watch them all weekend, and I try to watch them throughout the week if I can. So yeah, all right, guys, I will see you next time, and y'all have a great weekend.